We are live. We are live. We are in the building. We have not been live for a while. Oh my gosh, some of you are already here. Say hello if you're here so that I can see you. I want to see you. I want to say hi to you. We have not been here for 2 weeks. So we had Thanksgiving and then we had one other week, but say hello. I want to see you. I want to say hi. Erica! Hey, Erica, how are you? Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm about to be so tonight is just going to be an Yvonne. Yes, I did take my face off. I'm about to get on. I'm about to head back on. Annette. Oh my gosh. First of all, guys, wait, let me just show my face because I am excited tonight. Annette, I spoke about Annette. She was here one night and then she left and we spoke about Easel. And Annette, I want to have you on the live show so you can speak about Easel sometime. I think you had left by that time and Pressy and I were speaking on live about it, but we need you. So at some point, I'm going to start interviewing people and I want you on here, Annette. So I just need to say that. And I got Annette sent me some pins. I got these this week. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're so amazing. So I told you guys I use Canva, but Annette is the owner of Easel, and listen to me. It's absolutely amazing. It's an amazing tool. Lots of businesses use it. So, we got to dive into that sometime. But yes, I got them. But when I got them, Annette, I wasn't on live a lot. So that's what it was. I wasn't online. You guys know that I sometimes just step away a little bit. And I was so excited when I got them, but I wasn't online. So we're back. It's 2 weeks that we haven't been here, so we're back, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. But oh my gosh, Annette, we need to talk, and we need to bring on the people, and we need to do all the things. Erica, girl, we need to catch up. It's so much going on. But hello, guys. Welcome to the Ask Zaylee show. So thankful for all of you that are always here. Listen. I got them and I forgot to message you, Annette, but I got them and I got you and we need to have a conversation for the people. All right. Good night, guys. I'm Zaylee. If you have not been here before, I am Zaylee Barclay. I am a Thinkific expert and Thinkific partner, and I'm also a video coach. So I love talking about video. I love sharing about the different aspects of video with you, whether it's video marketing, whether it's, selling with video or building your online course offering with video, right? That's totally okay. Oh my gosh, who said that? Someone said, I love spending my Friday evenings with you. Guys, I can't tell you how nervous I was. Okay, it's Sydney. I was so nervous doing this show on a Friday, and my partner was like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. People are not supposed to be outside, so we're going to do this on Fridays. And so I stuck to it, right? So hello, everyone. Listen, if you've been here before, I'm about to drop some value. So I would appreciate if you hit that like button and share so that more people can be exposed to us. And today, what I'm doing is I'm hosting the Ask Zaylee show. So what I do on this show is answer questions from the users from the members of the Start, Shoot, Grow video group. So the people that are in that group, hello, Allison. I love when someone is here for the first time because, girl, you are in for a treat. Welcome, and thank you to whoever invited you. We're about to have some fun today. Oh, Dominique said. Okay, Dominique, hey, girl, hey. Welcome, guys. I am on one tonight, but I'm just so thankful for you guys. I think I'm super excited because, we weren't here for Thanksgiving and we weren't here last week, but we are live and direct this week. We are here. And if you asked a question inside of the Facebook group, there's a high chance that you are going to be featured tonight, right? I was going to say focused, but featured tonight. I don't know why. Color of Beautiful, welcome. Oh my gosh, so many people are here for the first time. I want to welcome you to our crazy Friday night party where we just answer questions about video content. And of course, we're going to open that up to online course creation via Thinkific because you guys know that's the platform I use and love. And we just vibe out on a Friday. We just get things done, get things together. We figure out how we're going to tackle the week ahead using what we learned today on the show, right? So if you're here for the first time, I'm genuinely happy that you are here. And, the rest of my peeps can let you know, like, how this show goes. So before we get started, guys, because listen, I can talk and hang out forever because y'all are my peeps in here. I feel like, oh my gosh, all of my people are in here. The first thing that I want to do, just so that you guys get warmed up, is I want to ask you a question. So the question of the show, right? The question tonight is, every time we get together, we have a different question. And I know some of the answers for this from some of you guys, but I want to know, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? I really want to know because I love knowing this. I'll tell you guys something. So answer down in the comments so that I can know exactly what you are. Like I said before, some of you guys, I know what you are, but some of you guys, I don't. And I want to know, especially the people who are here. Dr. Scott, welcome. We are happy to have you here. So if you're here for the first time, then I don't know, what part of the spectrum you're on, if you're an introvert, if you're an extrovert. And so I would love for you to answer down in the comments because, listen, Erica says she's an extrovert, right? And that is an introvert. I know that because Annette and I talk about that all the time. Listen, we can go on, all right? So let me know down in the comments. Don't be shy. I always tell you guys, I am a wallflower and I am super shy. But when I get in front of the camera, girl, I light up, all right? So I want to see you and know what you are and who you are. Monica says extrovert, and she's here for the first time. All right, we have a lot of first timers here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the craziness. We get together on a Friday and we just vibe out, right? We learn stuff and we learn what we're going to implement as we move forward in our businesses, right? Break of Dawn said she's an introvert. Lots of introverts in here. I saw someone say ambivert. Wow, yes. Okay. Lean towards extrovert, but depends on the day. All right. You know what? I'll be really honest. I am an introvert. I am a wallflower, but when I get comfortable, oh my gosh, Sonia is here. Hey, Sonia. When I get comfortable with someone, listen, I am on one, and it's crazy, guys, because so recently, I'll tell you guys, I'll spill a little tea for you. I recently started a vlog channel, which is something that I've been wanting to do forever. And people are seeing a whole different side of me. And it's so fun to see, how you can express yourself in the online space in different ways, right? So, like I said, when I'm comfortable with people and we're vibing out, I am totally an extrovert. So I don't know if that means I'm an ambivert. I don't know, girl. I don't know. We're figuring it out. But today we are going to answer a few questions. So this first question I am really excited about. And it's a question that I want to share about because I feel like a lot of people probably have this question. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer the question and I'm going to share my genuine thoughts on it because I feel like it's something that if you are running an online business, you definitely need to think about how you can implement this thing. And I teach this thing as part of my video strategy, right? So let's go. Let's see what that first question is. All right. So the first question is from Lois Harris, right? And Lois is definitely a part of the Start Street Grow Facebook group. And she said, I'm still new to building my audience and my brand. I was thinking that doing the 30 days of lives could help. I have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. So for Ask Salee, I want to know, should I do it on Facebook? Should I do it on YouTube? Or should I do it on both? Does it make a difference on either platform in your likes and follows and subscribers? Thank you. Your advice is much appreciated. Right? This is such a good question, Lois. Listen, I know a lot of people have this question. Dr. Rocks, welcome. We're happy to have you here. Right? If you're a first timer, say hello. This is a safe space. Feel comfortable. Listen, we're all family in here. Lois, this is such a good question. And I'm so excited to answer it live, right? So the first thing is I am really proud of you that you're even thinking about going live and thinking about streaming, right? It's so much fun. And I think that a lot of people get scared by the notion that no one is going to show up live, right? And so which is why I always tell you guys, which I didn't even do today, address your replay viewers. So if you're watching the replay, you guys know we do hashtag replay crew so that I can come say hi to you because I know you watched the replay. So the cool thing about live is that you're able to create a live stream, but you're also able to leave that up and, you know, have people who weren't able to make it. And for me, I intentionally send out an email. I send out, you know, posts on Instagram because I want my people here. So, because this is how they get to interact with me live. So for me, I send out reminders and things like that. If you're on my email list, you know you probably received that email. And so I let people know that I'm going live before I go live, right? So I commend you for even thinking about going live. It's something that you must do, especially in this day and age, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. So that in itself, a lot of people are at home and a lot of people are looking to learn new skills. A lot of people in the 9-to-5 spaces are looking to see, well, how can I side hustle? How can I do what I do at work, but do it in the online space so that I can make profits for myself, right? Or how can I start a business? So if you have anything that is pertaining to that, definitely start going live. The other thing is, it doesn't even, let me reel myself back in. It doesn't even have to be about business or whatever you do. If you're a chiropractor, you can start sharing information on, you know, what you're professionally trained on. Start going live. It's the best way to really build a relationship with your audience. You guys know I talk about relationships all the time. If you're going live, and I'm someone who's been creating video online for years, pre-recorded video is amazing. Yes, you're able to create a relationship, but going live, there's nothing like it. Like, even for me, I've gotten to know you guys by name because I show up every Friday for you. That's the next thing. Consistency. So on Instagram, I shared a bit about consistency the other day, and I got so many responses. Listen, if you have something to say, you need to say it. You need to show up. You need to show your face. You need to get out there, right? And so that is something that we really need to think about. A lot of us are afraid of saying the wrong thing. We're afraid of sharing our opinions for the fear that we get shunned by, you know, specific people. But the biggest thing that you can build, especially in the online space, is polarity, or community based on polarity. So not everyone is going to love you. Not everyone's going to agree with what you're saying. But if it's something that you strongly believe in, use your voice and share that thing, you know, like share it. So I wanted to make sure to say that because I know that's something that a lot of people are scared to do. The second thing is show up big and large and live and in charge, right? Show up. Don't be afraid. A lot of us are afraid to show up. We're afraid to do the thing or show up as our best selves. Show up, girl. Show up. It's so powerful, you know, when you do. And don't feel bad when you show up large and in charge. But I'm getting off up, girl. Listen, I have a lot of things going on in my head right now, right? But I'm really excited about this topic because live streaming is so powerful. So on top of building relationships, you can build your business, right? So we all know how powerful live sales are. I always take you guys back to QVC. Even when you think about talk shows that are on in the mornings, like they usually have a section or a session during the show where they are selling things that, you know, they love, right? Amazon recently implemented live selling. So it's so good. Yes, Annette, large and in charge. Live selling is definitely a game changer. So going back to what Lois asked, yes. Now Lois asked about platforms, right? So you guys know that I love multi-streaming. I love streaming because I like, you know, listen, if I'm about to stream, everybody's about to get it. But Lois, it really depends on what platform you love, right? And it also depends on where your people are. But I say, Stephanie always trips me up. Hey, Stephanie! Stephanie, listen, happy belated birthday from Ask Zaylee on the Ask Zaylee show and everybody in here. Stephanie is one of my favorite live streamers, and it was her birthday yesterday, right? And Steph, we're talking about live streaming. So listen, Facebook is great to live stream on, and YouTube is great to live stream on. The reason why I love YouTube for streaming is because I can repurpose my content and make it searchable, right? So I love going live, but with intention, because I want to make sure that somebody who really needs this is seeing it at the at the end of the day, because your life can just remain there and not do anything, right? And that's not what we want. So Lois, I would advise you to stream live on Facebook and stream live on YouTube. The cool thing is that live stays there, and you're able to, get in there and change up SEO, right? Which is search engine optimization, so that the right people can find it. So even if you have not started building your YouTube channel yet, you can really go live with intention on YouTube. I love that I can schedule a live. I can figure out exactly the angle of the live and who might view it, and create titles, a thumbnail, and SEO before I even go live. That way, my live can be repurposed. So Lois, I do advise multi-streaming, which is, if you have your audience on Facebook and you have a YouTube channel, go live in both places, right? Dr. Scott, I don't go live on LinkedIn, but Stephanie Lou is in here and she goes live on LinkedIn. Right, Steph? I think you do. Yes. I'm not on LinkedIn. Oops, sorry guys, that was my microphone. I don't use LinkedIn a lot, which is, something that I definitely need to dive into, but I am also a believer of dominating what platforms that you are on, right now. So I'm zoned in and I'm focused. I love YouTube, and I love being, really intentional and interacting with my group on Facebook, right? So those are the two places that you would really find me. I also love Instagram. So 3 places. So for me to add another platform that I would really have to zone in and focus on, I know all the benefits of LinkedIn and how great it is, but I have not done it. However, I can tell you that it is definitely a place you want to live stream. Because I feel like it's so young in the live streaming game. Definitely, if you decide to be consistent and you know that you can create a time and show up for your people, do that. LinkedIn is wide open right now. So yes, Dr. Scott, I would do that. The next thing is, and this can definitely go for being on LinkedIn as well, create a specific time for your people to meet you. So Lois, if you're doing this for the next 30 days, you want to go live on Thursdays at 6 p.m. And your people, they know, oh my gosh, I enjoy Lois's lives so much that I am going to be there at 6 p.m. on Thursdays, or 6 p.m. every evening, because you say you're doing a challenge. Now, the cool thing about doing it for 30 days is that you're not thinking, I like that you gave it days, because if you're giving it days, that's a commitment, right? So you're committing to that time on Thursdays at 6 p.m. That's just me saying that. And so you're not getting discouraged because the first time you go live, nobody showed up. Or the second time you went live, nobody showed up. Because that happens, right? So I like that you gave it a certain amount of days, so that even though on day 4 nobody shows up, that's totally fine, and that you can still get in there and do your thing. So I really love that you gave it 30 days, and I really advise that you do it, right? Just be aware of what your audience really needs from you, your intentions, and I still won't even be too heavy about that, because you're starting. Do something just start that thing. Just keep in mind what you want to be known for, so that you're building the right audience, right? Let me see if I answered all of that question, guys. Right? I have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. So for Ask Daily, I would like to know, yes, right? Does it make a difference on either a platform? No, just know what you want to be known for. So I hope that was helpful, Lois. The other thing is that if you search on the channel, you'll find, or in the Facebook group, you'll find where I discussed exactly what you can use to go live, because you guys know I love sharing that kind of stuff, right? So I hope that made sense to you guys. Question number 2. Miata asked, can you talk about your Solo.To, about your tree, which is Solo.To, right? And that is a really good question. And I definitely thought that I signed into Solo.To. Yes, I did. All right, so we're about to get it, guys. Let me see. Yes, Sonia said you have to get your tribe used to seeing and hearing you. And you're absolutely right, Sonia. So what we're going to do is switch over, right, onto sharing my screen. But first, actually, let me just share with you what Solo.To is, right? So if you are in the online space, you're on Instagram, you've probably used Linktree before. And so we all know what Linktree is. Well, if you don't know, it's a great way to actually put that link in your bio on Instagram, and then you're able to have all of the other things that, all of the things that you actually have, the things that you're offering. So whether it's a freebie, whether it is you want people to listen to your new podcast episode or listen to a video, the link in your bio in Instagram is real estate. It's prime real estate, and you're able to send people there over and over again, right? Now, if you have a lot going on, the best thing that you can do is get a link tree, right? So that way you can have your freebie up there. You can have, what else, guys? You can have your new online course that you're launching. You can have a wait list for the academy that you're launching down the line. Whatever it is that you have going on, you're able to put it in your link tree so that there are multiple links rather than just the one that Instagram allows us to have, right? And Linktree is pretty cool, but I got targeted some time ago by this awesome company, and we're going to roll into that. And it's actually called Solo.To. So what I need to do is make sure that I have my scene unlocked in Ecamm, right? So I'm about to head into, ooh, guys, look at that. You can see my water back there, can you? All right, let me stop playing, guys. You know that I get playful sometimes. But all right, so I am going to walk you through Solo.To. And it's actually a pretty cool alternative to Linktree. And that's really what it is, right? So you're able to use a Solo.To. And you guys can see that I have my my location, my display name, and I have a bio and things like that, right? You can change your background image. You cannot have one if you don't want. And I'll take you guys through the preview in a bit. But I really love Solo.To, and I'll tell you why. I'm a very visual person. So Linktree is fine. Don't get me wrong. Nothing is wrong with Linktree. But I like that you can, host different things. You can have thumbnails on Solo.To. I think I pay $6.99 a month for it, which is a no-brainer for me because I'm always leading people to the link in my bio, right? So whatever offerings, you can see that I have a contact me here. I have one of my most popular freebies, which is not going to be free anymore because we're taking it down pretty soon because it's so informational. So we're going to create some new things for 2021. So if you have not gotten this freebie, you better head to my Solo.To and take that full masterclass in. But one thing I loved about Solo.To is that you can actually put videos in there, right? And so I think Miata probably saw it and she was like, what is this, Zaylee? What is this that you're using? And so this is kind of how it looks. It even looks better. I think because I'm previewing it in Solo.To, it looks a bit weird. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to actually pull up my Instagram so that you guys can see it, right? And I'll go to the link in my bio from there, right? So I'm going to head over to my profile. And I'm going to head to Solo.To, right? And so if you look at it, so this is what it looks like. I'm on the computer, but look at this, guys. Look at this. So I put my most popular videos here. So when someone opens it up and they see this visual, guess what? They want to click it. And so that's why I really like Solo.To, right? That's why I decided to use it because I'm a video creator. And so I wanted to make sure that people are able to join the Start, Shoot, Grow Facebook group. I'm releasing a preset course pretty soon because you guys love my photos. And so I've created my own presets. I probably created them around 3 years ago when I first moved to Dallas. And so I'm creating a full course on how you can use presets as well in your pictures. So because I'm sharing that right now, I have it in my Solo.To. The other thing is my vlog channel, right? So I've also put that guy in here because I'm really excited about it. And I feel like it helps my audience to connect with me on a deeper level aside from teacher Zaylee, right? And then I have my freebie in here. So I have different things. I have check out the updates on the blog and subscribe and watch the Ask Zaylee show. I also have videos that I really think are things that people need to see. For example, for me, there are questions that I get over and over that are kind of like the same questions, right? And so I thought it would be so helpful for me to actually put videos inside of my bio that gives you the answer so that I don't have to type out the same thing over and over and over again. So for me, that was pretty helpful, right? So that is really what Solo.To is. And I really wanted to be sure to share it with you guys. You guys know I love talking about mental health and positivity because that's just genuinely who I am. And so I have a Get Organized and Raise Your Vibrations video. This video is one of my most popular videos on the channel, which is creating videos with Canva. So there's so many things, guys, that's why I decided hey, I want to have Solo.To where I'm able to actually have those things on demand for anyone who's interested in going through it. And I'm not too sure, I guess, obviously Miata probably hit the link in my bio and she saw it and she asked because it's super visual, right? So she's probably like, girl, what is this? Why haven't you told us about this? And I was actually featured on the Solo.To newsletter a few months ago because I'm actually using this product the right way, the way that they want people to use it. So if you're interested in really standing out, I always advise you guys to invest in your online presence because Solo.To is a brand. And so they saw that what I was doing with it, I had never tagged them. So I guess they were just probably in their database and looking at how their users were using the platform and they decided to feature me. So I want you guys to really be intentional about the platforms that you use and also just be mindful about what you're sharing or, because people are watching. I tell you guys that all the time. You think people aren't watching, but they're watching, right? All right, so let me see. Let me just take a break and, dive into the comments to see what's going on, what's all's going on. Wow, Dr. Scott said he's formerly an introvert, currently extrovert out of necessity. I love that you shared that. I love that you shared that, Dr. Scott, because of the fact that sometimes we think that because you're permanently an introvert, you got to just remain that way. And I really do love that you shared that you're an extrovert now out of necessity, because a lot of times we just need to get over ourselves and get out of our shells, right? Monica said she's an extrovert. I think I said that before, right? Oh my gosh. Ooh, Lady Motivator said she is both an introvert and an extrovert. Wow. Break of Dawn, introvert. Naquane. Am I saying that right, Naquane? I think so. Naquane Sam. Am I saying that right? Extrovert, right? So we have some extroverts. Erica asked, all right, let me just stop for a bit of questions. So Erica asked, is this a webcam? No, but I have a full video on it on the channel. This is a DSLR. I use the Canon EOS RP to stream. So that's what I'm using right now. And I use Ecamm to hook that whole thing up, right? Allison said she leans towards being an extrovert, but it depends on the day. Allison, I'm here for it. I am here for it, right? I think I said this before. Color of Beautiful said introvert. Sonia said loving the pink shadow. Thank you, Sonia. I actually recorded a full tutorial for the vlog channel. So, but I think you're subscribed there, so you'll see it anyway. Dr. Scott said go Ambi. Oh my gosh. Dr. Rocks, sorry. Welcome. Introvert first time. Let me see. Sonia said, Zaylee, this is a really good question, Sonia. Do many who have podcasts also do visual? Ask Zaylee. So you guys know I love answering questions live. So this is a really good one. And honestly, no. A lot of people are afraid of actually getting on camera. So they go for podcasting and they don't share a visual. And I will advise you over and over and over again, share your thing. Put your podcast on YouTube. A great example of this is David Shand. I can't remember what's his Instagram name. Yikes, guys, hold on. And he shared recently, so he shares his podcast. You can listen to it, but you can also watch it on YouTube. And so he recently shared that his podcast on YouTube made, I can't remember, I think it was $7,000 a month, and that he was taking that income and reinvesting it back into podcast equipment and making his podcast look bomb and sound good. Like, he was reinvesting it. Imagine being able to do that, right? So Sonia, please think about getting on YouTube. Hold on, guys. I can't remember what his name is on Instagram. Oh, Sleep is for Suckers. He does a David Shands. I said that wrong. But listen, so he really is intentional about putting his podcast on YouTube. And guys, it's so easy. All you have to do is, you're already doing video, rip the audio from the video and put it up as a podcast. You guys are missing so much. Yes, Sean Scott said, hold on. Sean said, sleep is for suckers, David Shand. Yes, I think it has an S on that, Sean, because I just looked it up. I think it's David Shand. However, I've been saying for years, put your podcast on YouTube. If you're not doing that, you're missing out people that can find you automatically. Come on, guys, let's think here. Let's not stay. And recently I also shared Descript, which is a tool that I use where you're able to actually transcribe your videos. And so I have a full video on the channel about Descript, and I'll be diving into it some more. But thank you for that, Sean. Yes, guys, listen, put your podcast on YouTube, right? All Things Qui said, I'm more of an introvert, but I've been working on being more of an extrovert. Yes, darling. I love it. Sonia said, season 2, putting on YouTube as well. Please do, because that's something that you really need to think about, right? Yes, Sonia, $7,000, right? And I'm probably late. It's probably more now, because you got to remember, the more consistent you are, the more of a chance you have to make money on YouTube, right? And I love that. It goes back to what I was saying to you guys before, where because you're thinking about a number of videos, like Lois was saying, she wants to share a number of videos, right? So meaning that even though you feel like on day 3, nobody's watching, nobody's listening, you have a number in mind. So you're excited about still going towards that number rather than the response that you are getting, right? So yes. Stephanie said, listen to Zaylee. I'm telling you, listen to Stephanie. She's amazing as well, right? All right, guys. So let me see. I think I've answered a bit of questions, but let's get back into our live stream, right? I think this week, Sydney asked a question. And Sydney, I'm so glad that you're here, because I'm not too sure what exactly you wanted to know. So Sydney Montgomery, one of the most active and implementational, is that a word, guys? One of the people that implement the most in the Facebook group, she asked, do you have a playlist or course solely on Final Cut Pro? I know your video editing course uses Filmora, but I want some more guidance on better strategies for lower thirds in Final Cut Pro. Also, would love to know more about nameplates, subscribe animations for FCP as well. I don't think there's anything in the world that can make me switch from Final Cut on a regular basis. I see your video on editing from an external hard drive, and I thought that, and girl, that I will be peeping. Okay. I think I read that right. Sydney, I don't have a course on Final Cut and I don't have a playlist on it. And it's because so much of my audience, and because I do serve my audience, are beginner editors that I never really created on it. That one video that I had on the channel, it was such a thing for me to figure it out because no one had information on it. I decided I got to put this video up. However, I will tell you, for Final Cut, I love Final Cut. Like, I edit with all different programs. Sometimes I edit with Premiere. Sometimes I edit with Filmora. Sometimes I edit with Final Cut Pro, which is why I teach Filmora in a way that you can really grow with it. Now, so because it wasn't a thing that my audience wanted, I never created a course on it, right? Because we all know when it comes to creating an online course, you got to be sure that your audience actually wants that information. So for me, when I created that course, it was because Filmora was affordable for my audience, right? And because it was a beginner program. I love Final Cut. Right? It's the first program that I really got into advanced editing on, and I definitely recommend it if you are a Mac user. The reason why I love Final Cut is because there are so many plugins and LUTs and hacks and things that you can download for Final Cut. Right? So Sydney, now though, I do have a few people asking about Final Cut, which is actually a thing, right? Because people that have grown with me over the years are now getting to a place where they do want to use Final Cut. So one thing that I will tell you, even for animations for Subscribe and such, get on Envato, right? So I'll probably link that down below or share after the live. Envato has a lot of those animations and really cool things that you can use with Final Cut. So even for me, for my royalty-free music, I want to use music that, like, you guys probably all know the intro music on my YouTube channel. I always share with you how important intro music is, because if you watch any show, you know what that music sounds like, right? And it creates familiarity for your audience. So all the other things that I use are from really Envato. There are other places, but I feel like Envato is a great place to get like your animations. Subscribe here. Ooh, another place is Sydney, fcpeffects.com. Actually, so my animations for subscribe and notification bells on the YouTube channel is actually from fcpeffects.com. They have amazing lower thirds. They have your animations. They have a lot of great things that I've used over the years. I've been using them for probably 5 years. So that's definitely a great resource to check out. And Renee just said that Envato is a one-stop shop, and she is not lying, right? It is, and it's worth the money, yes. So those two places, thank you so much, Renee. Thank you for being here. Listen, those two places are really good. So Envato and FCP Effects, which is only for Final Cut, right? Envato has things for Premiere. It has all of the things. So get on there, dig in, and see what you can find. Maybe later on, I'll definitely share some stuff that is specific to Final Cut, you know, because I'm getting questions about it now. So Sydney said, I want better consistency or brand consistency for my titles on YouTube, and I just don't love the titles that are generic. I did buy titles on Motion Array, but I don't know if those are in line with my brand either. Sydney, check out FCP Effects because you're also able to add your brand colors and things like that. That is a total game changer. Also, Sydney, I will be reaching out to you pretty soon because I definitely see that you have a lot more advanced questions. So I will be reaching out to you soon. All right, let me see. Dr. Scott said, what other easy to use and cost effective utilities do you use to enhance your live presence? Like getting comments highlighted and screen controls, or are the basics enough? Dr. Scott, I use Ecamm. I love Ecamm. I love that I can create different scenes. Like what you're seeing here is different scenes. I can get in there and I can create different parts. And as we go along, the show is always improving because I'm always finding new things that I can do to make the show engaging and exciting, right? So for me, I love using Ecamm. You're able to use StreamYard as well. You're able to use Restream. So I use Ecamm and Restream, Dr. Scott. And for me, I also know that my presence on camera also counts a lot. So before you invest in anything, get on camera and give your audience your goodness, that extrovert goodness that you just spoke about. Give that to them. Really start engaging with your people, start connecting with them. The first thing that I would say before you even add other visuals is your on-camera presence. And if you've worked with me before directly or in a masterclass or in the Start Your Grow Academy, you guys know I'm really passionate about this. Your on-camera presence is the thing that will keep people coming back to you over and over again and make it easy for you to actually sell to that person because they already trust you. They're into you. They're into what you're doing, right? But yeah, Ecamm Live and Canva. I use Canva a lot too, just to create templates that I can use over and over, right? Let me see. So somebody said, I'm not too sure who said this, could be Dominique or Sydney, because you guys, I think you guys have Facebook user on there. I saw the Descript video and I'm using it, but I need more info on how to use it. So whoever asked this, put your name in brackets like Sydney does, because she's so good at doing this. Let me know what you're trying to do with the script and we could probably talk about it. And then I can probably do a live show based on that. Dr. Scott said, outstanding answer. Thank you. You're welcome, Dr. Scott. I'm so happy you're here, you're engaged, and you're asking questions. I hope to see you next Friday because you definitely made an impact tonight on the show. Let me see, guys. Okay, I think we're good. I think we've answered all questions. Yes, Annette said the script looks amazing. Stephanie Liu, you used it as well. Yes, listen, so you know if I'm behind something and Stephanie Liu's behind it as well, it's popping. It's popping, right? Sean asked a good question. How do you get over the nerves of being on video? I think I always tell you guys, the nerves of being on video is connected to a few things, right, Sean? So the first thing that you need to know is your purpose. What are you getting on camera to share? What are you here for? Who are you sharing with? Like, what's that thing that you really are itching to share, or the thing that you want to be known for? What's your purpose? I always tell you guys, your purpose is connected to your pain, right? So your pain is something that you've probably overcome, or you're probably going through it right now, which is why some of us are confused about our purpose, right? But if you've gone through that pain and you really, you know, that's that thing that you want to share because you've overcome it, you got to know what that purpose is. The second thing is you got to know your people. Who are you getting on camera for? For you guys, I know exactly what you're here for. And so I'm able to come on and deliver to you, right? You got to know, who am I sharing with? Like, who is this person? What do they want from me? Right? The third thing is you got to think about a plan. Like, how often? So we kind of spoke about that today. How often are you going live? Like, what's your plan for it? What do you want to speak about? Like, you know, what's the format of your show? Planning is key. A lot of us we're thinking about going live and it makes us nervous, but we never thought about, like, what am I going to say if I go live? What is that thing going to be like? Like, what's my first video going to be about? Have I planned out my first 5 videos? Who is the person that I'm speaking to so I can create a plan for them to show up on camera, right? Creating a plan definitely invites that consistency that we were speaking about before. And then you can think about your presence, which is kind of what I told Dr. Scott. Think about all of those things before you think about, you know, your presence. What camera am I going to get? What software? Like, that's number 4 thing. Like, that's not even on the top of the list, right? So your presence is your on-camera presence, what that's going to look like, you know, like all of those things. What software am I going to use? What camera am I going to use? Like, that's the number 4 thing, your presence, and bring the energy, you know, bring that. And the 5th thing is practice. So we want to be able to do this over and over. I made a commitment to you that I would be live on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And so because I've done that, you guys are here. And we can have conversations, we can communicate. This is for you, right? And that's the thing. So we got to think about things in that way, Sean. I hope that was helpful. I know I definitely probably just flew through that. But yes, and Sonia made a great point. Sonia just said the more that you get on camera, the easier it's going to be. Honestly, it's a muscle. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. It's a muscle, right? Let me see. All things Quee. This social media stuff is stressful and it's a job outside of what you really have going on. Quee, it is. I'll tell you something. If you didn't take anything from me tonight, I want you to think about happiness. Happiness is hard, meaning that if your job or your current job or whatever you're doing makes you happy, right? Or if it doesn't make you happy and you think doing your own thing or having your own business is going to make you happy, they're both hard, right? So doing that thing, putting in the work to grow your business, getting, ready for marketing and sales is hard. But is it going to make you happy? If the answer is yes, they're both hard. So the thing I would tell you is choose your hard, right? Going to work every day for somebody else might be hard as well. So choose the hard. Choose the hard that's, it's all hard. Life is hard. I want to say life is easy, guys, but listen, it's hard. So Quee, choose your hard, right? All right, guys, the last question is Stephanie Moss. So Stephanie asked a really good question inside of the Facebook group. Stephanie said, I finally connected my Canon M50 to my computer. I also connected an external microphone to the computer. I went live tonight on StreamYard and I noticed a delay between my voice and the video when I watched the replay. I'm sure I did something that Zaylee told me not to do. Does anyone know what's wrong with my connection? So the first thing I asked Stephanie is, Stephanie, what was your Wi-Fi like, right? Because that's the first thing that I'm thinking about. So Stephanie is thinking it's her hardware, but it's probably not her hardware. It's probably her Wi-Fi, right? A lot of times when we're going live, because we're used to going live on the phone with Instagram, we tend to think that that's the same thing we should do with our computers. No, unless you have super amazing Wi-Fi like fiber or, you have got to plug your Ethernet in. I never go live without being on Ethernet because what happens is I'm able to get a crisp and clean live stream with no lag, right? So listen. And even when you guys start working with brands and you start doing partnerships, you want to have really good connections. So the Ethernet thing, it looks like, I wish I had one around, but I don't. I actually have one, but it's plugged into my computer. So your Ethernet connection is actually a cable. I have one that is probably 12 feet long because, listen, if I'm not streaming in here and I'm streaming somewhere else in my house, I want to be able to plug that thing into the cable box and, have it somewhere else. But I got mine on Amazon. I should actually probably pull that up so that you can see what it looks like. However, Ethernet is the way to go. Plug your computer up, plug it in. It's definitely going to be helpful, Stephanie. So hopefully that will take care of your lag and it would avoid your stream looking pixelated. So I don't think it's being that you are using StreamYard. I think it's really about your connection. So plug your computer up so that, and all computers do have that box where you can plug that Ethernet in. So, you're able to do that as well, right? All right, so Quee said, absolutely, I'm an entrepreneur, so I know that this can only help. It really is. It's really gonna help, Quee. Like, you gotta think about, this is what helps people to get to know, like, and trust you and even love you, right? And that's what's gonna make it easier for you to sell or to, communicate with your people. Like, really think about it like, you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. When I get overwhelmed with social media or selling or anything like that, I automatically go back to serving, right? How am I serving my people? How am I helping them? How am I really giving them solutions? And for me, that makes my social media easier. It makes me showing up live here for you easier. It makes me selling when I do have something to sell to you easier because I know that whatever I'm coming through with is value and that I'm serving. So for me as a business owner, I stay in a place of service. As soon as you get out of that space of service, things start getting hard. right? So your social is really about you educating your audience on why they should buy from you. Really, that's what it is, right? So think about service. Stand in the shoes of serving. That's going to make things so much easier for you guys, right? Do you guys have any more questions? If you don't, it is 7:48 here in Texas. So we have been live for almost an hour, and I don't want to take up your entire Friday evenings, right? So let me know. Let me know if you have any more questions, or let me know if you don't, and then we can wrap this thing up. But I will see you next Friday. Wait, what's next Friday, guys? Because let me tell you, my holiday, knowing like when holidays is the worst thing. All right, next week, Friday. It's the 18th, so we're here. We're live and we're direct. Next week, Friday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. What time Pacific, guys? Let me know. I don't even know. Pacific is 2 hours back from me, so I guess it would be 4 p.m. Pacific? I can't remember. I don't know, but let me tell y'all, we are right here. We are back. If you're not in the Facebook group, I want to make sure that you click the link down below and join the Facebook group so that whatever questions you have in there, we can definitely answer it. The Facebook group is such an amazing place. I got to go in there and get my fingers going because I see a lot of you are sharing your setups, which is so exciting to me. Like, I can't tell you how excited I am. So I am definitely going to head in there tonight and go. Ooh, Annette said 11 a.m. Saturday in Australia. Annette, I'm so thankful that you are here. Listen, guys, I thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you next Friday. If you do have any questions that you want me to answer, definitely head into the Facebook group, and I'll see you there. If you're missing how to get into the Facebook group, head over to zaleybarclay.com, and you'll see at the top of the website, you can find the link to join the Facebook group. So guys, thank you again. I love you guys, and I will see you next week.